My name is Marsha Marshall.
My name is Troy Brown.
I am Natasha Coleman.
Black History Month is important to me, not only in February, but every day of the year, because it instills in me the opportunity to go hard all the time. No excuses, because our ancestors worked too hard, and they worked so hard that I can be here today.
Despite racial segregation, Blacks fought to show their ability to invent, transform, and exist in American society. Black History Month is that time of year where we can pay our respect and show our appreciation to those who fought and continue to fight to make the words of this Constitution run true for all.
Black History Month is important to me because it serves as a reminder of the sacrifices that African Americans made against racism and the inequalities that are so prevalent in our nation. As an African American working in the probation department, it means to me that I can serve in the community as a man of color and as a beacon of those sacrifices and changes. It is important to me that as a probation officer, my presence in the community will influence, encourage, and inspire the young people of color as others have done before me.
What does it mean to be a Black woman working in probation? It means having a vested interest in the community's defense, conservation, and future. Diversity is important in every aspect of society. The representation in the community of Black officers, attorneys, doctors, teachers, officials shows the youth there is a pathway for them too.
It's important for me to be seen not only for the color of my skin or the uniform that I wear, but for the person that I am. And because of who I am, I want to represent the department in a positive light so that I can be seen as a role model for young Black boys and girls.
Black History Month is a time to reflect on how far we have come and how much growth still lies ahead.
Citizens knowing that a member from their community has a voice in the operation and influence of their community is essential, because there is no better voice for the community than a person from the community.
Dedication. Representation. Humbling.
Honor.
So honor guards are first and foremost there to honor the fallen. So that's all the funeral operations. If you've been to a funeral, we've got to move the casket. We've got to also watch or guard the casket during the viewing and during other parts of that that are going to lead up to the initial burial, showing not only our respect, but also we've got the line from here. The San Bernardino County Probation Department has their own honor guard to be the ceremonial representative of the entire department. That would be not only at funerals and things like that, but that could be presenting the colors at a football game or basketball game. That could also be for ceremonial events within the county as a whole, again, to be the representatives of the entire law enforcement agency. First and foremost, we are guarding the honor of the United States flag and what it represents. And part of the training was, what do these things represent? What do the colors of the flag represent? They each do have a meaning. What do the stars represent? What do the stripes represent? Why do we want, one flag higher than the other? Why do we do this? How do we pay respect to this flag? What order do the flags go in? All these things do have protocol behind them, which does matter. There is a right or wrong on these things. There is the respectful way to do it. And above all, we want to be sure we're respecting the flag, respecting the department, respecting the fallen, in carrying out all of our duties as the honor guard.
It is absolutely a privilege to serve on the honor guard. We have a lot of officers and a relatively small group of us who have been selected to serve on the honor guard. Not only do we represent our department, but also law enforcement as a community and as a whole. And some civilians, we may be the only contact that they've had with law enforcement, so we always want to be sure that it is the best impression that we can make.
Anybody who knows me knows that I'm very patriotic, and serving in the honor guard has allowed me to express my gratitude in a different capacity.
I do feel a sense of patriotism, especially when we are presenting the colors. That I feel like it brings a sense of pride, and I am honored to be able to represent our department.
We're not doing this to put something on our resume. We're doing this because we want to. We want to represent our department, and we know that every event that we go to, that we're representing San Bernardino County Probation, and we want to be the best at what we do, and we pride ourselves on that.
My goal entering the program was to start a new life, to graduate, show my family and my children that it's possible, and I did it. I accomplished my goal. My name is Adam Ortiz. I am an FFRP graduate. It's amazing how these things work, if you really dedicate yourself to something and put your mind to it. I just became a hotshot. I work for the National Forestry of San Bernardino. I'm a first responder, and I'm here to serve the community and anyone who needs help.
The reason why I started FFRP was because I was a person that was actually incarcerated myself in fire camp. We teach the participants how to think like a hero and helping them develop the understanding of how important their job is as a public servant. We see where they're at. We test them mentally. We test them emotionally, test them physically, giving them the ability to understand that just because they made a mistake in their past or they had a rough childhood, that they can overcome it in order for them to be successful, not only in a fire career, but in life in general. We focus on folks that have that previous experience as a firefighter with CDCR, but anybody that wants to be a better person, that wants to push themselves to be the best person that they can be, we accept any and everybody.
The feedback that I receive from the participants in the program reminds me of why I do this job. They have nothing but amazing things to say. Every time I would meet with them to follow up, all have expressed how thankful they are for the opportunity. One of them has even mentioned that if it wasn't for this program, he would probably either end up incarcerated or dead on the streets. It is designed for the chiefs of the program to build rapport. It allows our participants to relate, to know that they are not alone, to know that they can be successful, and that there's amazing people out there that are still willing to help them regardless of their past.
With this program, I feel that it's gave me encouragement, gave me a direction, gave me something to look forward to, and I also told my daughter to come to the program. I feel like me and her are bonding a lot too, because we really, I was gone for a while, so I lost a lot of that time that you spend with your kids. So this is also helping mend some of that relationship with her. And it's cool because I got a 14-year-old son who's like, yeah, my mom's a firefighter. My name is Wendy Peden, and I'm an FFRP graduate.
My name is Eric Garduno. I am the executive chef at Citron Restaurant and Bar. Growing up, wonderful parents, mom, dad, lived across the street from my aunt, so we always had a full house. Area was a little rough, and I think that's what caused me the problems. I was in high school, we went to go do a beer run, it went wrong, and I was on probation. I think it was supposed to be for a year. The benefit of that time in my life was that it just kind of kept me away from my friends. Obviously my probation officer would come and check on me and stuff like that. So it just kind of put a wall between where I wasn't supposed to be and what I was supposed to be doing. A necessity? I wasn't living at home at the time. I was living at a girlfriend's house with her dad, and I just didn't want to be I didn't want to be lazy. I just took a plunge. I said, all right, I have to go to school. I was working in Hesperia, dove in head first, and it's a wrap. It's a story. So I will be the executive chef at Citron 5 years now, the 20th of April, and 10 years since I've started my career.
He had kind of built himself up from being dessert to assistant chef, and the opportunity arose where Eric was able to kind of step in. Dan and I both had a little bit of apprehension at first when he had the opportunity. We weren't certain that he was going to grab the lead and take charge, but he did, and he surprised us right out of the get-go. He had the tenacity, the work ethic to make sure that the kitchen was going to do what it was doing before, but at a higher level.
And he took that bull by the horns that first day. It was unbelievable. Our restaurant went from being a very good restaurant to being a great restaurant. The way he commanded the kitchen, he commanded the wait staff and got food in and out. The way he did everything, the specials he brought to the table, the creativity was absolutely outstanding.
Skills pay the bills. So find a skill or something that you enjoy doing and do it to the max. I had no idea I would cook. I did it out of necessity. But because it was such a necessity to me, I became amazing at it. I want to wake up every day doing something that I love. I got really lucky that I chose a career that gave me that satisfaction. Not many people do that.
The Butterfly Wall is a project developed by the San Bernardino County Probation Department that allows us to recognize our loved ones, our friends, our families, our co-workers who have been impacted by cancer. A few years ago, I lost my father to esophageal cancer. I had no idea that there was such a type of cancer out there. But then I began talking to other people who were identifying different types of cancers that their loved ones had been diagnosed with. So I think it's just important to bring awareness to the different kinds of cancer that exist in the world. Pink represents breast cancer. Lavender represents all of the other forms of cancer that are out there. The Butterfly Wall is located at the Probation Training Center in Rancho Cucamonga. So as soon as you walk in, you cannot miss it. It's a beautiful array of butterflies that are strategically decorated by Claudette Harris and the training staff. It just brings a joy to your eyes when you see it.
At our San Bernardino Day Reporting Center, we're hosting Shelter Court. Shelter Court is an opportunity for those within the community to come to us to hopefully provide them with services that they need to continue to move forward.
We bring people from the community into our court to assist them in handling any of their misdemeanor or infractions so they can get back on their feet. In helping the community, we try to get the homeless off the streets by assisting them in taking care of their classes in terms of domestic violence, DUI programs, hopefully assist them in rehabilitation.
Well, that's the thing is probation has a corrective policy, but they genuinely care. You see it. People like me who I lost everything I kept. They made it where I still have hope.
My name is Edwin Johnson, and I'm the CEO and founder of Core's Youth Enrichment Program, also known as the Hip Hop Shop. This whole program, I don't want people to get it twisted and think it's just about music. The core of this program is mentorship and empowering kids through the arts to help them see things differently and do things differently.
Some of the youth that do participate in the program are youth that us officers see journaling about different verses, different situations in their life. We often hear them singing and rapping amongst their peers. And we try to channel that energy on paper.
Music is a universal language. And so when we look at the culture of these children and kids that are in the institution, kids that are in school, one thing that they all have in common is their love for music. Their love for the culture of music, not just listening to music, but what music talks about, what it looks like. I have two rules that the kids can never break. And so one rule is you can't use profanity. Second, you cannot glorify drugs, gangs, alcohol, sex, any of those things. But I tell them, I know it was once a part of your life. So for me, I let them understand that, look, music is a tool to heal. Music is very therapeutic. And so once you talk about these things from a perspective of yo, I had been through this. Okay, so you've been through that now. Where are you going next with your music?
This program, it changes their language, teaches them that there's different opportunities through life, through business, through education, and gets them to think and ask questions in a more positive way.
I always tell these kids, like, it's important that you write your life, write your history, because for me, music saved my life.
All right, External Affairs, let's get it together. I need something good. Give me something that pops. This is our purpose statement. We are at threat level midnight. Thomas, what do you got?
I don't know, maybe something like External Affairs. We're always watching. I've been here for 7 years, 6 months, 3 days, and 17 hours. I still don't know what the purpose is.
Sorry I'm late. This chili took longer than I thought it would.
Fantastic. We have Lori's chili and no purpose statement. Bailey, what do you got?
All right. How about this? External Affairs. We'll get the job done, guaranteed. We guarantee it. Yeah?
I don't hate it, but I don't like it at all. Lori, what is a good purpose statement?
Okay. Dictionary.com defines purpose statement as a statement based on...
Blah, 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 blah. Tanya, what do you got for me?
Can we mention recruitment of volunteers?
No, that is the most boring part of External Affairs.
Well, he's not wrong.
You guys are not taking this seriously. This project is important. My ass is on the line with admin. You have to the end of the day to get it done. Make it happen. There's a half-off sale at the dry cleaners. I didn't read the fine print. I'm a great supervisor. I can lead and inspire people. I deliver results with confidence. I am Magnus. But sometimes I don't know. Getting good ideas out of these people is like pulling teeth. And they're supposed to be the creators, for God's sakes.
Guys, he's really upset. I think we need to come up with something good. Come on. We got this. Come on. Thomas! Thomas! Thomas!
Hey.
Hey, Thomas.
I am in here working on an incredible project right now. It's one of the things that I think will define this office as it goes into the future. We are really doing some good work. And you come in, you knock on the door, you mess up my audio and ruin the shoot. Tell me that you have something good to say to me right now.
I know you're super busy, but do you have any ideas for the purpose statement? What's External Affairs?
I really don't have time, but I can give you a very quick blurb. I think that because of what we do, we talk to the public, we soften them up, and let them know that our officers are actually human. So we provide officer safety. Can we use that? I have to get back to work. What the heck?
Okay. Thanks, I guess.
Hey, it's Lori from External Affairs. I was just calling to see if we could set something up for...
I know you're on the phone.
Hang on.
But do you have time to work on the purpose statement?
No, sorry. I have to lock down this interview for our success story video. I don't know, off the top of my head, maybe talk about how we connect probationers with the services they need to better themselves. Let's set up an interview with you.
Brady, can you help with the purpose statement? Because Lori and Thomas are super busy. Can you help out? I'm a little tied up editing the command photos. Kind of got a deadline to meet. Let's just say that we make the department look good. Because we do, right? Yes, but we need a little more than that. Come on, let's come up with something. Well, I did write down a few ideas that I think you'll like. Let me see. Thanks for nothing. Can you believe this is what they came up with?
External Affairs will make you go viral. No. External Affairs,
Serving the community as your personal paparazzi. Really? External affairs. Promoting the good you do on the daily? What year is this? I think I got it.
All right, Priscilla, throw me with your acumen.
Promoting the service, integrity, courage, and professionalism of the San Bernardino County Probation Department through social media and internal platforms in an effort to uphold and advance the department's image. We strive to create a positive relationship between probation and the community we serve. What do you guys think?
Got it! Well done! Bravo! Bravo!
What the did I get myself into?